Marriage, in its deepest and most ancient essence, is far more than a ceremony witnessed by family, friends, or society. It is a spiritual vow, an echo of a promise made long before two souls ever meet on the physical plane. While the world sees rings exchanged, vows spoken, and signatures written on paper, the soul perceives something infinitely more profound: the merging of two destinies that once agreed to journey together. This sacred promise does not arise from impulse or convention. It emerges from a place of recognition, a remembrance older than time itself. When two souls stand before one another and whisper, "Yes," something within them aligns with a contract written long before birth. A contract woven from shared lessons, mutual healing, and the courage to grow together. Even if the marriage appears ordinary on the surface, the energetic foundation beneath it is extraordinary. A true union is not measured by perfection, but by intention. Marriage becomes sacred the moment both souls choose to honor not only the love that brought them together, but also the responsibility to grow through each stage of the journey. Challenges cease to be signs of failure and instead become invitations to communicate, to soften, to heal, and to witness each other with greater compassion. The sacredness of the bond reveals itself not in grand moments, but in the silent ones, when forgiveness is offered, when patience is extended, when two hearts choose connection over ego. In this sense, marriage is not simply a partnership. It is a spiritual classroom. Each joy becomes a reminder of shared purpose. Each difficulty becomes a mirror reflecting the hidden corners of the self. The promise made is not that the path will be easy, but that neither will walk it alone. Through this lens, the union transforms into a living prayer, a space where love learns to mature and where the soul learns to expand. As we enter this chapter, we look beyond rituals, expectations, and traditions. We step into the mystical heart of what a marriage truly represents, a union guided by destiny, strengthened by choice, and sanctified by the soul's unwavering desire to grow in the presence of another. This is the sacred promise that extends far beyond the ceremony, a promise that continues to unfold through every breath, every challenge, and every moment of love shared on the journey ahead. Long before two people meet in the physical world, their souls may already share a silent recognition. This recognition is not accidental, nor is it governed by chance. Instead, it arises from the intricate tapestry of agreements, lessons, and energies woven before incarnation. When we feel inexplicably drawn to someone, when a glance lingers, when the heart reacts before the mind can understand, we are witnessing the soul's choice in motion. Every connection we experience carries a purpose. Some partners arrive as healers, others as challengers, and some as mirrors reflecting the deepest truths of our inner world. The soul is not interested in superficial qualities or fleeting attractions. It is drawn to resonance. It seeks the person whose presence awakens what must be awakened, whether it is love, courage, patience, vulnerability, or the wounds that still require healing. This is why certain partners seem familiar, even upon first meeting. There may be an instant comfort, as though two spirits are remembering a story they once lived together. This recognition does not always mean the relationship will be easy. In fact, the strongest soul connections are often the ones that bring profound transformation. The soul chooses the partner who can activate growth, even if that growth requires moments of discomfort. What the human mind might label as fate or chemistry, the soul understands as alignment. We are drawn to certain partners because they hold keys to our evolution. A partner's strengths may inspire qualities we're meant to cultivate, while their flaws may reveal the parts of ourselves we're meant to face. If someone triggers abandonment wounds, the soul is offering an opportunity to heal what has been carried for lifetimes. If someone encourages us to expand, to trust, or to step into authenticity, it is because they are fulfilling a spiritual promise made before either soul stepped into the earthly realm. Likewise, we are not drawn to people randomly. Every attraction serves a function in the unfolding of our journey. Sometimes we choose partners who reflect unresolved lessons. Other times, we choose those who help us complete what we began long ago. Even relationships that end abruptly or painfully do so because the contract has been fulfilled. The human heart might grieve the loss, but the soul recognizes completion. The soul's choice does not always match the expectations of society or the logic of the mind. It chooses from a deeper wisdom, one rooted in evolution rather than comfort. And so, when two people come together in marriage, it is rarely accidental. There is a sense of spiritual timing, an inner pull that guides them toward one another. They may not understand why they feel such certainty or why the connection feels so important, but the soul does. Ultimately, we are drawn to certain partners because love is not random, it is intentional. The soul guides us toward the person who will shape us, teach us, challenge us, or liberate us. And through these sacred encounters, we grow into the fullest expression of who we are meant to become. Two lives rarely align by coincidence. When two people choose each other, truly choose with heart, soul, and intention, it is because something greater is at work beneath the surface of ordinary life. A marriage rooted in spiritual purpose is not simply a merging of routines, responsibilities, or traditions. It is the convergence of two journeys that were always meant to meet at a sacred intersection of growth, healing, and destiny. Before two paths unite, each individual is shaped by their own story, the challenges they've endured, the beliefs they've formed, the wounds they carry, and the dreams that quietly pulse within them. These experiences carve the soul, preparing it for the moment when another life will enter, not to complete it, but to complement it. When two journeys align, it is because both souls are ready to learn, ready to give, ready to evolve together. This union does not unfold in perfect harmony. Instead, it emerges through honesty, vulnerability, and the willingness to walk alongside another person, even when the road becomes steep. The convergence of paths is rarely effortless. Instead, it invites each partner to face the parts of themselves they once avoided, while also embracing the strengths they may have forgotten. A sacred union is a dance between two inner worlds, each influencing the other in ways both subtle and profound. There are moments when two people recognize, consciously or unconsciously, that their lives are moving toward a shared horizon. They find themselves dreaming similar dreams, feeling drawn toward the same growth, or sensing an invisible current guiding them in the same direction. These signs are not random. They are the soul's way of signaling alignment, an indication that life is weaving their stories together for a higher purpose. When paths align with purpose, the relationship becomes a living temple of transformation. The couple begins to understand that love is not only about companionship, it is also about co-evolution. Each partner acts as both mirror and mentor, revealing truth with gentleness and challenging the other out of love rather than ego. They learn to communicate with clarity, to forgive with humility, and to listen with compassion. Through this sacred exchange, the union becomes a container where both souls can expand far beyond what they could achieve alone. And yet, alignment does not mean sameness. Each journey maintains its individuality, its personal lessons, and its unique rhythm. What changes is the direction of movement. Two separate rivers meet and form one larger flow, not because they lose themselves, but because they discover a shared purpose that elevates both. Their union becomes a sanctuary where individuality and togetherness coexist in harmony. Ultimately, when two journeys align with purpose, the relationship becomes a spiritual covenant. It is no longer just about love, it becomes about meaning. It becomes about building something that echoes beyond the physical world, a legacy of growth, healing, compassion, and connection. And in this alignment, the couple discovers that they were not simply brought together, they were called together. Every meaningful union is tested, not because the relationship is flawed, but because growth requires friction, honesty, and the courage to face what is difficult. In a sacred marriage, challenges are not signs of failure. They are profound teachers. They reveal where love must deepen, where fears must be dissolved, and where two souls must evolve to honor the promise they made to walk together. It is easy to mistake obstacles as threats to the relationship. Misunderstandings, emotional distance, financial pressures, family dynamics, or internal insecurities often feel like cracks in the foundation. But in truth, these moments expose the deeper layers of the union, inviting both partners to step into greater wisdom. A challenge is never just an inconvenience, it is an initiation. It asks, how committed are you? How willing are you to grow? How deeply do you understand the purpose of this union? Commitment does not mean blind endurance. It means choosing to engage with the discomfort long enough to understand what it is trying to teach. When a couple faces a crisis, whether emotional or practical, it becomes an opportunity to strengthen communication, develop empathy, or confront old patterns carried from childhood or past relationships. These difficult seasons often reveal wounds each partner brought into the marriage long before they met. When addressed with patience and compassion, these wounds can become portals to healing rather than points of separation. In sacred unions, challenges teach responsibility rather than blame. Instead of asking, "What is wrong with you?" the soul asks, "What is this showing me about myself?" This shift in perception transforms arguments into dialogues, silence into reflection, and fear into vulnerability. Both partners learn to express their needs with clarity, to listen without defensiveness, and to create safety through transparency. Over time, the bond becomes stronger, not because it avoided conflict, but because it learned to withstand it with grace. Some challenges arise not from personal wounds, but from diverging growth paths. When one partner evolves faster or slower than the other, tension naturally appears. Yet even this friction is a sacred teacher, encouraging both individuals to realign, recalibrate, and rediscover their shared purpose. The union becomes a living organism, constantly adapting, responding, and maturing. When approached with love, challenges deepen intimacy. They reveal the strength of loyalty, the tenderness of forgiveness, and the resilience born from choosing each other again and again. A couple who navigates darkness together often emerges with a brighter understanding of their connection. They learn that true commitment is not fueled by fantasy or perfection, but by mutual devotion to becoming better together. Ultimately, challenges in a sacred marriage are woven into the soul's curriculum. They refine character, strengthen trust, and shape the union into something unshakable. Through each trial, the couple discovers a greater truth. Hardship is not the opposite of love. It is one of its most powerful expressions. When two people face their challenges hand in hand, they do not merely survive them, they transform through them. Before two people can unite in a harmonious external marriage, each must first experience an inner union, the sacred balancing of the divine masculine and divine feminine within. This inner marriage is the quiet internal alignment that allows a person to love without fear, give without losing themselves, receive without guilt, and stand in partnership without collapsing into dependency or control. It is the foundation upon which every healthy relationship is built. The divine masculine within us represents clarity, direction, structure, logic, purpose, and the courage to take action. It is the part that protects, provides grounding, and moves us forward. The divine feminine embodies intuition, compassion, emotional flow, creativity, softness, and the ability to surrender to life. It nurtures, heals, and connects us to the unseen. These energies are not tied to gender. They exist in all people, blending and interacting in unique ways. When the masculine and feminine are imbalanced, relationships become imbalanced too. A person disconnected from their inner masculine may struggle with boundaries, decision-making, or self-trust. They may drift, waiting for others to create structure or direction. Someone cut off from their inner feminine might become overly rigid, controlling, or emotionally distant, unable to rest or truly open their heart. In marriage, these wounds often manifest as misunderstandings, emotional disconnection, or repeated patterns of conflict. The inner marriage begins when one becomes aware of these internal dynamics. It is a process of learning to trust one's intuition while also honoring practical wisdom. It is the ability to take action from a grounded place while allowing emotions to move freely without shame. When the masculine and feminine start to work together rather than against each other, the individual feels more whole. And wholeness naturally attracts healthier, more aligned partnerships. In a sacred union, each partner brings their own inner balance into the relationship. One does not complete the other. They complement each other. Instead of seeking in the partner what they lack within, they learn to cultivate that quality internally. The partner becomes a mirror, not a crutch. This shift transforms the dynamic from dependency to mutual empowerment. This inner harmony also strengthens communication. When the feminine feels safe and honored, vulnerability flows more freely. When the masculine feels trusted and respected, clarity and responsibility flourish. The couple learns to dance between softness and strength, intuition and action, stillness and movement. Conflict becomes less reactive and more intentional because each partner is anchored in themselves rather than operating from old wounds or unmet needs. Ultimately, the inner marriage is an act of self-love. It is the merging of inner opposites into a unified, centered whole. And when two people who have cultivated this balance choose to unite, the external marriage becomes a powerful spiritual partnership, rooted not only in love, but in harmony, maturity, and divine alignment. The sacred union of masculine and feminine within creates the capacity to experience the sacred union with another. It is the hidden ceremony that precedes all others, the silent vow made to oneself before any vow is spoken aloud. Vows are often spoken once, but their true meaning unfolds over a lifetime. The ceremony may last only a few minutes, yet the promises made within it echo through countless shared days, both the peaceful ones and the storm-heavy ones. In truth, a vow is not a statement, it is a decision, a choice repeated, refined, reaffirmed over and over again. It is the soul whispering, "I choose you, today, tomorrow, and even when it is difficult." Many imagine vows as a guarantee of permanence, but spiritually, vows are not chains. They are compass points. They guide the heart back to its intention whenever confusion, pain, or conflict arise. They are not meant to trap two people together. They are meant to remind them why they walked toward each other in the first place. In this way, vows live not in the words spoken at the altar, but in the everyday actions that follow. The true meaning of vows becomes visible in the small and often unnoticed moments, choosing patience instead of defensiveness, listening instead of assuming, offering softness when the ego wants to be right, or standing firm when the relationship requires strength. Every relationship will face trials, misunderstandings, disappointments, unmet expectations, and inevitable moments of human imperfection. Vows are the anchor that keeps the connection steady through these passing storms. Yet choosing love again does not mean tolerating harm or abandoning oneself. Real vows are rooted in mutual respect and emotional safety. Choosing love sometimes means choosing honesty, setting boundaries, or having difficult conversations. Sometimes choosing love means stepping back long enough to see the bigger picture rather than reacting to a fleeting emotion. And sometimes choosing love means growing individually so that the partnership can grow with you. Spiritually, vows are sacred because they speak to the essence of commitment, the willingness to evolve together. No person stays the same throughout a lifetime. Love that remains rigid eventually breaks. But a love that renews itself through forgiveness, open communication, shared goals, and mutual compassion becomes resilient. It transforms challenges into opportunities for deeper intimacy. The vow becomes not an obligation, but a shared devotion to growth. There is also a radiant simplicity in choosing love repeatedly. It strips away the illusion that love is purely emotional. While emotions rise and fall, commitment provides continuity. The heart learns that love is not merely a feeling, it is a practice, a daily devotion, a conscious act of returning to what matters most. And in those moments when love feels difficult, when the distance between partners seems wide or the weight of life feels heavy, the vow becomes a quiet lantern. It lights the way forward. It reminds each person of the sacred truth beneath the temporary tension. We are in this journey together. Ultimately, the true meaning of vows is this: love is chosen, not assumed. It is nourished, not taken for granted. And when two souls choose each other again and again, with tenderness, honesty, and courage, their union becomes not just a relationship, but a sanctuary, a place where love renews itself endlessly. There comes a moment in some partnerships when the relationship evolves into something greater than the two individuals who formed it. It is no longer just a bond, a commitment, or a shared life. It becomes a temple, a sacred space where both souls find refuge, transformation, and purpose. This does not mean the relationship becomes perfect. Rather, it becomes meaningful in a deeper spiritual way. A place where love is no longer simply exchanged, but offered. A temple is built with intention. Every stone is placed with care, patience, and devotion. Similarly, a sacred union is built through conscious choices, healing, forgiveness, and trust. It is shaped not by passion alone, but by a shared desire to grow into wiser, kinder, more aligned versions of oneself. When both partners see the relationship as a spiritual path instead of merely a romantic one, something luminous emerges between them, a sense of peace that stays even during storms. In such a union, love becomes an act of service, not in the sense of self-sacrifice or martyrdom, but as a conscious offering of presence, empathy, compassion, and integrity. Each person commits not just to loving the other, but to supporting the other's evolution. They celebrate each other's dreams, encourage each other's courage, and help each other soften the wounds that life has left behind. Service in love may appear in subtle ways. It might be the quiet understanding when one partner is overwhelmed. It might be the silent holding of space during grief or fear. It might be choosing words that heal instead of words that wound. It may also be recognizing when one partner needs solitude or time to realign with themselves. Sacred service is not about fixing the other. It is about being a sanctuary where healing becomes possible. A union becomes a temple when both partners feel safe enough to reveal their authenticity. The masks fall away. The defenses soften. What remains is truth. In this honesty, connection deepens because the soul thrives in environments of sincerity. When two people dare to be fully seen and still fully loved, they create a spiritual home within each other. In this kind of relationship, challenges are not viewed as signs of failure, but as invitations to expand. Conflicts become moments for deeper listening. Differences become opportunities to understand the world through each other's eyes. Pain, when approached with compassion, becomes purification. The relationship itself becomes a teacher. Ultimately, love as sacred service transforms both partners. It softens what is hardened, steadies what is uncertain, and illuminates what is hidden. Over time, this shared devotion builds something enduring, a bond that holds spiritual meaning beyond the everyday fluctuations of life. When the union becomes a temple, two souls no longer walk alone. They become keepers of each other's light. They step into their relationship not just as lovers, but as stewards of a sacred space where love is not merely expressed, but elevated again and again through intention, humility, and grace. In the end, every love story, whether gentle or fierce, brief or lifelong, points back to a single truth. The soul is always searching for its own reflection. Marriage, soul partnerships, twin flame unions, karmic contracts, and every bond in between are chapters in a far greater narrative. They are moments of awakening in a journey that spans lifetimes, teaching us again and again how to return to love with more courage, wisdom, and softness. When two souls choose to walk side by side, something sacred unfolds. They are no longer isolated beings navigating the world alone. They become companions on a spiritual pilgrimage, each step deepening their understanding of themselves, of each other, and of the divine intelligence that brought them together. This journey is neither simple nor linear. There are seasons of clarity and seasons of confusion, moments of harmony and moments of challenge. Yet through it all, the thread of connection remains, sometimes visible and strong, sometimes fragile and hidden beneath layers of fear or growth. But it persists because the soul remembers what the mind forgets, that love is not an accident, but a continuation. As two people evolve within a sacred union, they begin to mirror back not only wounds and shadows, but also potential and purpose. They encourage each other to rise, to heal, and to soften into authenticity. They learn that true commitment is not a single vow spoken once, but a daily choice to return to love even when the path feels uncertain. And so, The journey toward eternity is not measured by time. It is measured by depth, by the tenderness offered in difficult moments, by the patience shown during transformation, by the faith held even when the future remains unseen. What makes a union eternal is not its duration in the physical world, but the spiritual imprint it leaves on both souls. When two people recognize that their love is a bridge rather than a destination, they understand something profound. They are not just building a life together, they are shaping a legacy written in energy, memory, and devotion. Two souls, walking one journey, carrying with them the timeless truth that love does not end. It evolves, expands, and follows them beyond the veil of this life into the next. If this message touched your heart and helped you see your relationships with new clarity, I invite you to stay connected. Like this video, leave a comment sharing your own experiences, and subscribe so you don't miss the next chapter in our journey of soulful love and spiritual awakening. Your engagement helps this community grow, and your voice may be exactly what someone else needs to hear today. And if you feel called to support the channel in a deeper way, you can contribute through the Super Thanks option. Every gesture helps me continue creating meaningful content for you. I'll see you in the next video, where we explore another sacred step in the soul's eternal path.